She was the family's nanny in a position of trust, and she murdered the two children out of pure spite and jealousy. Hello true crime fans, and welcome to Behind the Yellow Tape. Today we look at the deeply tragic case of Lucia and Leo Krim, two young children from the Upper West Side of Manhattan whose lives were violently taken in 2012. The events unfolded on the evening of the 25th of October 2012. Marina Krim returned to her apartment with her third child, 3-year-old Nessie, after running an errand. She had expected to find her two other children, 6-year-old Lucia, known as Lulu, and 2-year-old Leo, and their longtime nanny, Jocelyn Ortega. Upon entering the dark apartment, Marina found a locked bathroom door. After repeatedly trying to gain entry, she called her husband, Kevin Krim, who was travelling for work, and then a neighbour. The building superintendent was eventually able to force the door open. Inside, they made a horrific discovery. Both Lucia and Leo were dead, having sustained multiple stab wounds. Their nanny, Jocelyn Ortega, was also present, having inflicted injuries upon herself. Police and emergency services arrived quickly, and Ortega was taken to hospital in critical condition. The Krim family, meanwhile, were thrust into an unimaginable tragedy and sent shockwaves through the community and the city at large. The investigation quickly centred on Jocelyn Ortega. She had been the Krim family's nanny for over 2 years, and initially there appeared to be no clear motive for the extremely violent act. After her physical recovery, Ortega was formally arrested and charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder and 2 counts of second-degree murder. The legal process was protracted, taking over 5 years to reach trial. This delay was due to various factors, including the need for psychiatric evaluations and determine her fitness to stand trial. When the trial began in February 2018, the prosecution argued that Ortega acted out of resentment and envy toward the Krim family. Testimony revealed she felt overwhelmed, financially stressed, and was jealous of the family's happiness and success, especially in contrast to her own life and financial difficulties in the Dominican Republic. The prosecution painted the murders as a calculated act of revenge intended to inflict the greatest pain possible on the children's parents. The defence team for Ortega, on the other hand, argued that she was legally insane at the time of the killings, claiming she suffered from a severe mental illness that rendered her unable to understand the consequences of her actions. However, after nearly 3 months of emotionally charged testimony from both the family and experts, the jury ultimately sided with the prosecution. In April 2018, Jocelyn Ortega was found guilty on all counts of murder. She was subsequently sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. In the wake of this devastating event, the Krim family channeled their grief into creating the Lulu and Leo Fund, a foundation dedicated to supporting innovative programs for children's art and science education, seeking to create a positive legacy from the darkness. The case of Lucia and Leo Krim remains one of the most heartbreaking examples of trust violated, and a profound reminder of a tragic loss of innocent life. Thank you for listening today, and remember, stay behind the yellow tape.